Ever since we found out that Kairi was a Princess of Heart in Kingdom Hearts 1, and when she was revealed to be a Keyblade Wielder in Kingdom Hearts 2, I've always thought that it was a bizarre combination. This is something they never expand upon in Kingdom Hearts after regarding Kairi either, partially due to her not having any major screen time until we reached Kingdom Hearts 3, though even in Kingdom Hearts 3 itself, it's noted that she never passed on her powers, unlike the previous Princesses of Heart before. Which must mean something, right? The Princesses of Heart are beacons of light for the realm of light, and the Guardians of Light are the warriors who are supposed to protect those beacons. Kairi is both of those things. She doesn't fully comprehend her powers, and under training, if she were to master them, theoretically she could be one of the strongest allies the light has. I mean, a Princess of Heart who can mix the powers of both being a princess and the warrior strength that comes with being a Keyblade Wielder, I feel like this is insane. This could be insane. Theoretically, a wielder with this much resonance with the light could destroy most darkness in her path without a problem. I would love if they expanded upon this concept in future Kingdom Hearts games. A fully trained Kairi discovers her hidden powers she never knew she had. This could also coincide with the story about why she is a Princess of Heart. I mean, in the universe of Kingdom Hearts, I don't think there has to be a specific reason for someone to be a Princess of Heart, but Kairi, among other princesses, seems to be a little bit unique, not just because she has a Keyblade, but because of how mysterious her past seems to be. She was basically born and raised, seemingly to meet up with Sora and Riku. Apprentice Xehanort found out about her in Radiant Garden somehow as a small girl, and sent her out to find those two, or just a Keyblade Wielder, but she ended up meeting those two. And among that, as we see in Melody of Memory, she also harbors memories of Xehanort himself that could be key to this next saga. Secrets about Xehanort that not many others know. Those are locked away in her memories. So I wonder what else is in there. I could easily envision a story arc where Kairi learns more about her past, even more about her past, and about how her life was basically from the beginning already planned out. She falls into a sadness that leads to her doubting herself. Rather than wallowing in this leaves her even more motivated to find answers, not just for Sora or for Riku, but for herself. She wants to know why she has this power and why she couldn't just live out a more normal life with her friends on the islands. Why does Sora have to be away in this other world? Why can't they be together for more than a couple of moments at a time? Why can't everything go back to how it was at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1 when they were simple kids wanting to explore the outside world? Little did they know what that would lead them to. That's just a thought though. I doubt something like that would happen, but it would make for a very interesting arc for her character. Something more personal for her rather than something attached to somebody else. Which is what a lot of people want for her character. A lot of people want Kairi to have a little bit more identity. A little bit more of a goal for herself rather than, I want to save Sora, I want to be with Sora. Which you could say a lot of other characters have a similar motivation. Though among that, they have traits and stories themselves, and you see them grow into that person that cares about someone else so much. Like we see Roxas, for example, literally grow his friendship with Xion and Axel. We lived through the mundane experience of being a member of the organization. Go collect hearts. Go scope out this world. So those little moments when Roxas, Xion, and Axel were all having ice cream and they would talk about these things, you would literally see them bonding. We haven't gotten as much of that for Kairi, only in little instances with Sora, like in cutscenes in the Destiny Islands, like in Kingdom Hearts 3 or in Kingdom Hearts 1. But outside of that, she's kind of just been chasing after them for the most part. Right now, she has a newfound motivation to help. Instead of being that damsel in distress, someone that everyone needs to protect, she wants to be able to protect herself and protect the friends around her. Sora and Riku are Keyblade Wielders and are constantly getting into danger. She's just left there worrying about him, so now she's taken it upon herself to become a Keyblade Wielder and fight alongside them and protect them in return. Which is not a bad sentiment for Kairi, but the issue is we need more. We need even more of that. And I think we're going to see more. But on that journey to getting more, I feel like Kairi has a lot of mysteries about her that I would love to be unveiled. One of these mysteries being about her potential powers as a Princess of Heart. You could potentially name a couple of instances, like when Kairi was able to find Sora herself out of a group of Shadow Heartless who were pretty much identical. Dawn and Goofy, who have been traveling with Sora all that time, couldn't even make out Sora, yet Kairi knew. And you could say it could have just been because of their connection with one another, but maybe it's deeper than that. Maybe it has something to do with Kairi being a princess and her ability to sense even the smallest ounces of light that even the higher level Keyblade masters wouldn't be able to. Maybe that's something a Princess of Heart can do that no one else can. A line that I know I've talked about a lot in Melody of Memory is when Xehanort talks about if she finds herself in a world neither of light nor darkness but somewhere on the other side, then we have failed. Xehanort likely didn't plan for Kairi to remember all this herself, because she was a kid and she would act out this without even needing to be told. Though he also says that line directly to her. Sora and now Riku are already in these worlds. Have we failed already because they're in those worlds, they're on the other side? I don't really think so, because Xehanort intentionally guided Sora to that world by changing Kairi's fate in Kingdom Hearts 3, when he crystallized her in front of Sora, sending Sora down a path that will lead him to this world. So according to this line, then they wouldn't have failed, whatever it is that Xehanort is talking about that they could have failed, unless Kairi finds herself in this world, which is interesting. Would this mean that the one thing Kairi wants to do, which is help Sora and Riku, the one thing that would send them and the entire universe into chaos? Is it fated, is it written down in the Book of Prophecies that if she ends up in this world that all is lost? Does this have to do with her being a Princess of Light perhaps? We don't know if this world functions by our laws and has a Kingdom Hearts of its own. So if a light, a beacon of the realm of light in a Princess of Heart were to disappear into another reality, being lost in that reality, rather than moving on to another holder, then the realm of light would have one less light, which could throw off the balance and give darkness the edge it needs to just completely swallow the world, the universe, everything. That's completely theoretical though. However, if a setup like that were to happen, then that would put Kairi in a significant position going into this arc, because that would mean she needs to be in the realm of light to protect something. Just think about it. 2 out of the 7 Guardians are who knows where in this fictional Square Enix type world. The Guardians are meant to be the first line of defense for the Princesses of Heart, and if they are short of Guardians, then maybe a princess combined with the power of a Guardian could just be what they need, could make up for those 2 lost Guardians. And maybe she could have the power to fend off whoever is trying to, I don't know, contest them. I don't know what route exactly they plan on going with Kairi and Aqua's training, but I'm expecting some big stuff, just because Aqua is involved. And I've already made a video about how much Square Enix seems to love Aqua, because they keep giving her privilege over the rest of the Birth by Sleep trio when it comes to story and gameplay moments. A Aqua and Kairi venturing throughout the worlds or training at Land Departure would be beautiful, and I feel like she's just the right person to bring out the land potential within this princess. I genuinely do believe Kairi is being set up for something. I don't know if it will be something big, small, but something. Melody of Memory, I don't think is our true Kairi game or experience. Originally, Kairi wasn't even supposed to be in that role she's in Melody of Memory as the narrator. That role used to belong to Kirithi, but they decided to go with Kairi. With this in mind, I'm anticipating some additional gameplay segments from her in the future with Master Aqua. I don't know how large the gameplay segments would be. Assumingly, I would love it if it was something on par with Dream Drop Distance or Chain of Memories, where we get a whole segment, a whole game, a whole cut of a game with just Aqua and Kairi switching back and forth between them. That would be beautiful. I believe these two could be a pairing like we've never seen before, and it's something that fans have wanted for over a decade. Kairi could have the potential to be one of the most powerful allies if Square Enix expands upon the plot line of her being a Princess of Heart. Whether they do it or not, is completely up to them. And whatever they do have planned for Kairi outside of that, I hope is just something really cool that satisfies the fans. That will be all from me though. If you enjoyed today's video, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.